There's a party going on right here, a celebration to last throughout the year. So take your good time and your laughter too. We're gonna celebrate your party with you. Come on, now. Celebration. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Celebration. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the room. Come on!
Oh, I feel good. Like I knew that I would now. Well, I feel good. Like I knew that I would now. Yeah, so good. So good. I got you. When I hold you in my arms, I know I can do no wrong. And when I hold you in my arms, my love can't do you no harm. And I feel
Tequila!
Feel you, wrap myself around you. I want to squeeze you, please you. I just can't get enough, and if you move real slow, I let it go. I'm so excited, hooey, I just can't hide it. No, 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 no. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it. Yeah, yeah, I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. No, no. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I want you, want you. We shouldn't. Love you, feel you, wrap myself around you. I want to squeeze you, please you. I just can't get enough, and if you move real slow, I let it go. I'm so excited, hooey, I just can't hide it. No, 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 no. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it. Yeah, yeah, I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. No, no. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I want you, want you.
Anyone under the age of 13 must be wearing a flotation device to comply with DNR rules. Persons over 13 needs to have a flotation device visible in the pontoon while navigating the lake. The flotation devices are underneath the seats. You can access the life jackets by pulling up on the seat. There must be life jackets visible for every person that is on the boat while you are navigating the lake. Children under 13 must have life jackets on at all times per DNR rules. The bimini top must stay up at all times. There is one bridge that is too low for the boat to pass under. You need to be aware of this. The door is opened by lifting and pushing in. You can see the cable with the master lock on the back cleat. Please make sure you return the waterproof map to the storage area afterwards, or there is a $25 replacement fee. Thank you. There is an enclosed storage area behind the captain's chair where there are drink holders and a place for you to put and secure personal items. The antenna for the stereo stays up all the time. You don't need to touch it. Children's life jackets are under this bench. Be sure not to put all your weight on the front end or the cushions will open up and you'll fall off the bench. Here's your set of keys with the ignition starter and the key to unlock the master lock from the dock.
One of the things about the pontoon boat is getting it ready to start. It's just not as simple as putting the key in the ignition and starting it like a car. You have to prime the engine. And I'm going to show you how to take that. That's the very first step that you need to take before you try to start the boat. I'm going to show you how to do that right. The first thing you have to do is to pull the keys out of the back latch. You notice that the keys are attached with a wire so you can't drop them in the water. The latch will raise up, and now you're ready to prime the engine. First thing you need to do is take a look at the gas and see how much gas is in the tank. It's a 22-gallon tank, and if you notice the amount of gas is low, you need to make sure that you have gas in it before you leave the dock. You don't want to run out of gas in the middle of the lake. Okay, first step to get it ready is to prime the motor. There's a gas line that leads with the filter to the engine, and a bulb that you have to press. You press the bulb, keep pressing it, pumping it until it becomes very firm and you can't press it anymore. That tells you it's got enough gas. Okay. Once that's done, you come over and you sit down in the captain's seat. To start the boat, you need to take the throttle, which is right here. Push the throttle all the way up as far as it'll go. Don't force it, just push it very gently up until it stops. Then you insert the key into the ignition. Then you take the key and you push. There's a little button that you push in with the key, that's the choke. You push it in with your finger and hold it for 5 seconds. Now you try to start the boat. Once it starts up, slowly pull the throttle down. To a point where the motor is not running at full speed, but yet it's not at an idle speed. It needs to warm up a little bit. Once it gets warm, then you push the throttle or push the choke all the way down. Because if you don't push it all the way down, you will not be able to put the boat into gear. Okay? Take a look at the motor and make sure that you see water coming out of the engine. That's what keeps the engine cool. If you don't see water coming out, you need to shut the motor off immediately because it's going to overheat and seize up. That you got the boat running and you're ready, almost ready to go. Everybody's seated. Everybody's in the boat. You need to have someone step out of the boat and untie both the forward and the aft ropes that are keeping the boat tied to the dock. First what to do is be sure to untie the back one first. That rope stays attached to the dock. Now you want to untie the front one. Be sure that you hold the boat so it doesn't drift away from the dock and now you're stuck and the boat's going to drift over into the seawall. Now with the rope on board, you're ready to go. on a windy day, you have to be extremely careful because the wind could actually blow the boat away from the dock before you're ready to go. So you need to have an assistant hold the boat until you're absolutely 100% ready to go. Now you want to back out. You want to go ahead and quickly as you can get it into gear. Don't slam it in there. Just get it in the reverse and slowly back it out. Slowly back the boat out. To put it into gear, there's a lever that's right underneath the throttle here that you have to push up to put it into gear. So I push it up and I push the throttle forward. Push it very slowly forward to clear the dock. Now we're ready to go. Slowly push it forward. Push the throttle forward and ease out of away from the dock and out of the cove.
Power on your depth finder, fish finder. Turn on all the switches except for the navigational lights. You can leave that one off.
Ready to back out? Push the throttle lever up and then pull the gear into reverse, and don't drag it because it'll drag the engine. Just go ahead and put it in reverse. Slowly back out. Now put it into the idle position, which is straight up at 12 o'clock, and slowly push it forward till you have cleared the dock. Be sure you check for debris in the water. You don't want to run over a log or anything in the water because it could damage the prop.
There's some logs that are permanently in the water here, so be aware of that.
Idle out of the cove.
Okay.
If you want to use the anchor, first thing I need for you to notice is that the anchor is not, the rope is on a reel and is not attached to anything on the boat. So don't get the big idea to throw the anchor out because all of it will go in the water then. What you need to do with someone helping you is to pull the rope off and then lower the anchor into the water. Don't let it drag on the side of the pontoon boat. Hold it out and then slowly release the rope until the anchor gets on the bottom.
Good.
What you want to do at this point is to wrap the rope around it one time, like this, and then take the rope in your hand, twist it like this, twist it from the right hand over to the left, and then put it over the cleat and pull it back. This will actually lock the rope into place and it won't, the rope won't slide off the cleat. As you get close to the end, you want to continue to roll it up, including the chain onto the rope, onto the spindle. Put the safety bar on the outside so the spindle won't roll off the boat. Place the anchor underneath it and out of the way, and you're ready to go.
Slide out the cushion and just place the ladder underneath the bench. Then slide the bench back.
Very first thing you need to make sure before you put this in the water is that the motor of the boat is turned off. There's nothing running at all. The ladder has two hooks on it that actually attach to two prongs that are on the deck.
Willow Point. A long stream of very close homes. The lake house is on the other side of it. When you're coming back to the lake house, you want to navigate approximately halfway between the point and this white buoy. If you miss the mark, just stop the boat, go in reverse, and start back in again. As you get close to the dock, someone can jump out onto the dock and grab the rope and put it over a cleat. When you're coming back into the dock, the water is about 5 to 7 feet, so be watching your depth finder and pay attention to the direction of the wind. Have someone jump off the front of the boat or side of the boat and grab the rope.